Alright guys, well we're here about to bale some hay. Don't even know what time it is. 8:30. Hey, it's filling the tractor. Don't have another pair of pants in my pickup. Fucking filler hose came out of the tank and sprayed diesel on me, and of course, you know, kind of a bolt in there to keep it where it keeps going. So yeah, so I get to smell diesel for the rest of the night. I hope this is the only thing that goes wrong. I hope this isn't like the ominous start to it, but we'll see. I gotta set my pickup header and get that set, and then we're just gonna, hopefully we're just gonna chew some hay, but I don't know if it'll happen. I hope it does. And yeah, I sure hope we have something to tie the GoPro together with. All my little deals are gone. Shit, I have my mount, my body mount, but doesn't mean anything if we can't use a little screw to tie it together. And I bet it's gone. Well, I'll figure something out. Promise. Alright. We got our monitor on. I'm gonna turn our PTO on, throttle it back a little bit, and we're gonna oil some chains. My baler being a little oily. We got one more over here. A little squeak in there. Okay. There's that nasty twine. So if you guys are needing a work light, these little DeWalt lights are freaking amazing. Look at this. Ooh. Oh no. Bitching at me for a trans filter. I will get it put in. Let's turn our baler off. Monitor on. 2.5 times. 1883. 19,000. I don't know. I don't remember how it is. Alright, we're zeroed out our bale count. start this. It's still a little dry to be baling, but we need to get baled. And I don't know why our damn monitor is doing that. There's something not wrong with it. It may reset itself after we put this first bale through it. Make sure our wrap and everything works well. And this guy has a baler, an old Case International, which is pretty much a Heston. Or it is a Heston, but I don't know, he always bales his own hay, but he called me and he's just like, hey, you want to bale some hay? I was like, sure. There's not much here. There's only, oh hell, there's only 30 acres here, but we're gonna try it out, see how it goes, because I've got other stuff to do. I'm hoping the humidity will sure pick up on this. Because that's the big difference about us here in New Mexico, or pretty much anywhere in this area, versus, you know, all you boys from Iowa and the Corn Belt. We don't have humidity. The only humidity we have is from, like, you know, if we're lucky, it comes up at 10 o'clock at night to, you know, maybe 3 or 4 in the morning. Then it starts setting dew, and you can't bale then. So we have a very limited time that we can do this, and yeah, that's kind of the tricky thing about, you know, if you want to be in the hay business here, you got to bale when there's humidity, because there's not any other time. So you're baling at night most of the time. You know, and that's one of the reasons why they came out with those Steely steamers, which those things, I think those things are actually pretty cool if you've ever looked at them. If not, look them up on YouTube. It's Steely West, but Steely steamers, and they're pretty amazing. Come on. Oh, that stuff is just drier than a popcorn fart. I'm not picking anything up here. It's just falling right out. God, come on. Find me a fucking heavy windrow. I'm gonna have to wait until I got some humidity. Looks like I'm losing more hay out of the baler than I'm putting in it. And there's hardly any damn hay anyway. Boy. Maybe one of those jobs it wasn't worth showing up and doing. But come on, put some fucking hay in there. There we go. This stuff should have been raked, but you know, if the guy if he's like me, I don't have a rake anymore. I actually took a video of the rake I do have, and I did not put that video on YouTube yet, but I have a big John Deere wheel rake, and it is, the beam on it is just completely crushed. It's bent. Giant pile of junk. Let's drop it. See what it did. Get her a fancy ass flashlight. See, look at that. This thing is like a freaking, this thing is a spotlight. Is that dirty hay or is that burning hay? No. No. No way. Oh my god. I'm gonna edit this the hell out. I left a freaking bale core in that thing. Oh my god, I feel stupid. I thought I cleaned that. I parked the baler and I have like in the shop, and that's where it's been. Man. Whoopsies. Wow. Oh man, I feel stupid. Oh, there's gonna be some people bitching at me. You're supposed to take care of your equipment. Well, when your equipment is already kind of worn out and you're looking to replace it, you kind of forget about stuff. That's the other thing. We're ranching, so you just go park the farm equipment and get on with your life and do other things. But man, and it was wrapped too. Look at that. I wrapped it and I bet I opened it, but I didn't open it all the way. Oh, whoopsies. Yeah, there's a wrapped bale in there. Oh, wow. I feel really stupid. My goodness, make sure all this is okay. Yeah, everything's working. That's your knit wrap. And wow. Okay. See, this stuff is just dry as shit. I mean, but I can feel it. That humidity's coming up. It'll be up here pretty quick. So we'll just bail a little bit and see what happens. We're not leaving that much. Man. Hey, he just got a little bit of hay on me. It's coming up. The big question is, do we charge him for that bale? Oh my goodness. I don't know, after last year, that doesn't surprise me. At least you guys are seeing this firsthand. I am not a farmer. All my videos are farm videos, but I am not a farmer. I do shit like that. Oh, whoops. You know, I can play in the feedlot, and I can play with my cows, and I can have a lot of fun doing other stuff, but man, that was something else. I had left a damn bale in my baler, and that's why it wouldn't go down. I thought it was just being a pain in the ass and not wanting to reset. No, there was a bale in it. Oh well, just you know, just a derping. I'll slow down. We don't need to be going that fast. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. See, you guys get to just experience all this fun happenings of my misadventures. Like, oh, why is my baler monitor not working? I'll tell you why. You left a bale in it. And see this. I guess this is going to become like a comedy channel for farmers. Like, all you farmers can watch this and just laugh and be like, this guy does not know his ass from a hole in the ground. And see? I think he just kind of gave up. I don't know what happened with this, but like, I don't know. We're just gonna, I don't know. It just makes me wonder. Maybe he's just like, fuck it, I can't do this anymore. Oh, there's the boss lady. That's my wife. I better call her. Alright, I'm back. Talk to the lovely lady that puts up with me. Of course, you know, she just, I really don't have her on the YouTubes. Not that she doesn't want to or anything. I haven't really done it. I guess she was on one video for just a little bit, but she called to tell me that my father called her first to tell her that my Brahmin cow had just had her calf, and it was a red Brahmin. And, the thing about red Brahmins is that it's a lot of the red Brahmins will actually turn color. They'll be red at birth, and then they'll turn dark gray or white, and so it's really hard to have a red Brahmin just because of the fact that they change colors, and we've been wanting a red Brahmin really bad. So hopefully it'll stay its current shade, and we can have us a red Brahmin baby, a little floppy. So we're pretty fond of our floppies. But yeah, I'm just putting some bales through it. This has been a pretty good baler. I bought it last June. I put about 2,000 bales on it. It's got 20, as you saw, it's got like 20,000 bales on it. So I bought it used. I had a bunch of oats last year that we grew, and man, they were 6 foot tall and doing over 5 tons the acre. And I had that little baler, and I was like, there's no way I can handle this. And I was thinking about having some of it square baled, and everyone wanted, you know, 14 bucks a bale, and I was like, well, hell, you know, if I hired somebody, even with just the little 60 acres of it that I had, because that's what it's farming in, I was like, you know, that's a year or 2 years payment right there on it. I was like, I might as well just buy a baler. And that was on a Saturday that I decided that. And Monday, and I called a guy from Warren Cat. They had an ag store. They don't anymore. People who I bought my swather from own it now. But yeah, I called him on a Saturday, and they had a New Holland like 70, 80 or whatever the hell they are, the 5x6 balers. And I was like, I need a baler. What would a lease on it cost, or what would you guys finance it for? And he was like, oh, I'll get right back to you. Didn't call me back. So, come on. Plug. This stuff's still just a little dry. Oh, shit. Come on, don't you fucking do that to me. Eat that fucking hay. That's a real bad thing about dry hay, is if you don't keep a constant flow of hay into the machine, and you're in a light windrow, that shit will just fall out of your belts, and it will, your machine will just fucking plug on you, and it is just a cunt to get that thing working again. Because, you know, if you can't get your belts to turn again, they start to slip, then you got to dump a loose bale, and you know that doesn't work in the custom part of it. You cannot do that shit. They'll get mad, you won't get their business, and all that fun stuff. But you also have to be careful if you run too much loose hay in there and you can't get it restarted, and you just keep screwing with it, you can catch it on fire. But sorry for all the expletives, but this is my farming channel, and that's the language you're gonna hear on here. So it happens. It's stressful sometimes. But yeah, back to the story. So that Monday morning, I was in Amarillo, which is, or actually Canyon, which is 2.5 hours from where I am. Bought a baler. What are you doing? I hope that tied. Yeah, I had a baler bought and signed for by, I don't know, 10 o'clock that morning. Guy calls me up and he was like, hey, I finally got some figures on that baler. And I was like, you know, and I told him, I was like, I didn't realize it was Saturday when I called you. I'm sorry about that, but I just bought a baler. And you could just hear it in his voice. He was just like, oh, you bought a baler? I was like, yeah, I just drove down here to Western Equipment. Picked one up, you know, decided to buy it. You know, I didn't hear anything from you and didn't know if I was going to, so I just went and bought a baler. He was kind of sad. I don't blame him. It was, but I couldn't wait. You know, I couldn't just wait on him to call me back. And this was a hell of a deal. I only paid $14.5 for this baler. So it was a pretty good deal. It's already paid for itself about twice, and yeah, so I mean it's been a good baler besides the repairs I've had to do to it. That's my biggest issue. Is this was a custom hay baler, like guys used it for custom hay, and they beat the shit out of it. And you know, it's not that they were abusive to it, it's just they ran so fast and so hard with them, you know, that you'll have things that prematurely wear out, but they're trading them off anyway, so that's just, you know, how it is. Anyways, so that's kind of the story on this 568. Hopefully in the next week, 2 weeks, I can put up enough hay with this thing to pay off what I owe on it, and I will either keep it or I'm going to trade it. I would really like to keep it, and I'm going to buy another baler. If I do keep it, or if I trade it, I don't know. I don't have another tractor right now, and I don't have time to dick around with the old 4630, because man, that thing is, I just don't have time. I got all this custom hay work to do, and then as soon as it's done, we have all the cow work to do, and that thing is just getting pushed further and further back, and I just don't have time for it. I'll get to it eventually, but if I kept this baler, probably what I would do is I would put this baler on the 4630, and the newer baler would go on this tractor, and that way I could run 2 balers at a time, and yeah, it'd work out really well. I could really go through some hay then, really chew through it. But anyways, I've just been kind of dicking around over here close to the pivot on where the hay's heaviest until the dew comes up enough, and if I don't stop fucking around, I'm gonna forget a few rows, but I will turn this on a little bit later.